Are you not entertained? I have I have so much going through my head right now. US just beat Bosnia Herzegovina, whatever, how you say it, 2-0. Dramatic game, crazy game. Obviously, we come out of it with one very big concern, but there's a lot to be excited about, and there's a whole lot to be proud of. The way they played those last 35 minutes. We're just gonna unpack this, okay? We're gonna unpack it together. We're gonna get into it. Comments lighten up. I got everybody online, folks. Thanks for being here. I'm gonna try and keep it together. Let's see what we got coming up. Oh yeah, was that not? Is that not a fantastic scene? The crowd. I don't know how many people. Somebody have the attendance number. What scenes we're getting with these stadiums in this tournament, and to hear the whole crowd singing "Country Roads." That's why I was a little bit late getting here on the stream. I had to go back in and sing along with the crowd. Beautiful, beautiful. Such vibes. Absolutely love this tournament. I love hearing the song in this context. So awesome. The ref was horrible in this game and not consistent at all. I want to hear more about that. I came away at halftime thinking the ref had done a very good job in the first half. Obviously, we had a couple of things go against us, one big thing go against us in the second half, but we can get into it. Tell me more, John, about what you think. Sweet 16. Yes, we've made the round of 16. Matt, you might not know this since you see, I think if I got this right, you're kind of new to following the World Cup this closely, but this is the biggest field for a World Cup ever. We've never had 48 teams before. And for a while, for the last several World Cups, I don't know how far back, getting out of the group stage automatically puts you straight into the round of 16, the Sweet 16, because we had a smaller field. With this tournament, we had to win one elimination game just to get to the Sweet 16. So this is only in modern history, starting 1990, only our second elimination game win in our World Cup history. The only other time was in 2002 against Mexico, again, because that was a smaller field. That one win put us into the quarterfinals of that tournament. We're going to have to do it again before we reach the quarterfinals this time. We did it. We sure did. All right, Nathan's saying no red card. I'm going to guess John's saying no red card. He came out firing at the ref. I got thoughts. We'll get to them. Let me get through these comments first. All these potential yellows he didn't call several times and then a red. You can say that, but you know what? The United States escapes this. You could say we escaped this game with no yellow cards. Obviously, we got hit with the red. We're going to talk about it. But no yellow cards, nobody else carrying a card where they have to be careful, worried about accumulation suspension. I can sing for you still. I can sing for you right now if you want me to. The way I feel, I won't have a problem doing that whatsoever. Awful red card, but world-class goal. We're going to talk about this goal, y'all. Here's what I want to say about how proud I am of this team. We had to play a man short for 35 minutes. We obviously did it. But we didn't just play scared and play defensive shell and just pack it in the 18-yard box and hold on for dear life. We still looked to possess. We still looked to progress when we could. Yeah, we had fewer opportunities, but we still took them. And we still played forward when we could. And we ended up drawing that free kick opportunity just outside the box. You don't get that opportunity playing defensively and just trying to see out the game. We continued to be as aggressive as we could in that situation, and it pays off with this opportunity. Now, who do we have that can deliver on that opportunity? Because I don't feel like we've seen a lot of American players be able to take that kind of world-class free kick. Malik Tillman steps up. Malik Tillman plays for Bayer Leverkusen in the Bundesliga in Germany. Perfect. The goalkeeper had left the entire right side open, trusting his wall to guard that part of the net, and Tillman was able to get it very, very tightly above them and dip it straight in. It seemed to be going in slow motion for me. The whole time it was in the air, I'm tracking it, thinking to myself, that might go in. What a feeling to score that shorthanded goal. Oh, man. We have an attendance number here, 68,827 people just saying Country Roads at the top of their lungs. You could hear them rallying our team in that second half when we needed that help, when we had to dig down deep. It was like the 75th minute. We still had our starters in there. You could see Pulisic in particular was out of gas. That's why they brought in Pepe. Why are you bringing in a forward when you're a man down and up by 2 and trying to see out the game? Because Pulisic was playing the point in the 4-4-1 at that point, and his tank was empty. We had to bring in Pepe. And what a fantastic job. I'm losing track of my comments here. Thank you all for the active chat. Obviously, several yellows were not handed out in the first half, even after the 30-minute mark. I'll trust you on that. I'll have to watch the game again, which I will not mind doing at all. I totally saw Pochettino singing Country Roads. That was awesome. The dude's Argentinian. He cannot be that familiar with the song, but you saw him singing that at the top of his lungs. He knows all the words. He looks like he was 3 hours deep into a night at the pub. He was having the time of his life. I love the speed and aggressiveness to the whole game. It never dialed down. I think it took us a little bit to find our footing in the game. But, yeah, obviously we dominated possession, which we expected. The question is, could we break down their defense? And, of course, the more you're playing aggressive like that, the more susceptible you can be to counterattacks. And we're worried about our old man center back, right? Although he had another fantastic game. You got to give him credit. And so the fact that we were able to score against that was forced Bosnia to have to open up and come out and play in the second half, which theoretically should open the game up for us and give us more opportunities. All that because we could be aggressive and we could combine creatively, but we also seem to be covering each other on all those counter attack opportunities. And I saw Ream head out crosses all night long. I got to give Ream credit. Smoke signal, it still appeared that we were controlling the game a man down. We were on defense a lot more a man down, but we also never seemed to lose control of that. I mean, we were giving up possession, but that doesn't necessarily mean giving up control. So you might be right about that. Will Pepe start in place of Balogun? I think he will. I would say this: Pepe I don't think has had a great World Cup so far in the minutes he's been given, but it's time for him to step up. We're going to talk about that in just a minute. Let me get through these. Smoke signals agreeing with Matt. I love this team. Amen. Everyone has bought into what they're doing. I have never seen the United States team so unified and so playing together. It was such a sense of brotherhood, and to have such a clear identity and clear ideas of how they want to play. I've been following this team for almost 35 years. I've never seen it like this. And we never saw it under Pochettino until this tournament started. And that's probably the most amazing thing about all of this that has me so hyped. What about those close calls and almost goals? I'm too hyped up to think clearly right now. You're gonna have to help me out. Let's talk about this. First of all, let's rewind it. Okay, it's 0-0. It's about the 10th or 11th minute. And we had a scare when Bosnia boomed the ball all the way down the field. There was a guy who took that pass who was like 15 yards offside and turned around and took a massive shot at our goal, required a gutsy save from Freeze. Why was that allowed? You can be offside well, let me put it this way. You can be in an offside position. There is no possible offside infraction on throw-ins or goal kicks. You can be anywhere on the field for those restarts. If you're taking the ball directly from that restart touch, then it's legal. So he was way, way offside. That's how you beat the offside line. He was way behind our defense and just in front of the 18-yard box. And they had some monster dude who restarted on the goal kick, which has to be taken from the 6-yard box. It looked like he boomed it like 80 or 85 yards. Totally legal play. Scared me to death. I don't know if I've ever seen that in a game. I don't know if I've ever seen a person capable of kicking the ball that far. I thought we had 2 more goals that were both disallowed for offside calls. I think those were both correct. The first one from Balogun that got disallowed, I was jumping all over the place. I thought that one was good, but it was the right call on replay. You could see it. Pulisic's goal in the second half, it looked offside to me as it happened, so I wasn't surprised when that one came back. Fantastic game from everybody. I want to talk about the red card. Let's see, we got any more? I don't want to leave anybody out. Anybody? We have. Don't forget that we put the ball in the net. Yeah, well, I was just talking about the disallowed goals. So let's talk about Balogun's red card. I don't think I know what this is going to sound like, but I don't think that was the right call. So obviously he does come down on the back of the guy's ankle and it looks real bad. I don't think it meets the criteria for a red card. Number one, you're not denying an obvious goal scoring opportunity. Okay. And you are not using excessive force that endangers the safety of the other player. Was the other player's safety endangered? Yeah, you could say that. I mean, that ankle looked pretty nasty. But was it excessive force? Was it excessive force that endangered that player? I don't think so. Like the expert dude was saying on TV, he wasn't trying to take him out with malice. There's no malice. And it was a kind of a shuffle sidestep and a tangle of bodies before his foot came down on the other guy's ankle. I don't think that's excessive force, and I don't think it's malice. Therefore, and it was not given as a yellow card by the referee, and it went straight to VAR review and went straight to red. I think that's harsh. I don't think that should have happened. Y'all, tell me your feeling when that red card came out. Tell me how you felt. Somebody tell me in the chat, because my heart dropped into my gut. I thought, this is it. It's over. There's no way we're going to defend for 30 minutes. I thought and even if we get out of this, we're not going to have Balogun for the next game. It was such a rotten feeling. Like, you could see it all going horribly wrong from that moment. Like, how are we going to get out of this? And again, what impresses me so much, that makes me so proud of this team, was how they didn't panic. They played together and they continue to be as aggressive as they could. And it paid off with a shorthanded goal and a world-class free kick. Folks, it doesn't get any better than that. That is this sport at its highest form. It was a natural play on the red card. I agree. I think it was too close to call in a World Cup elimination game. I just don't think it was obviously without malice, and it was obviously not with excessive force, and it was not denying an obvious goal scoring opportunity. And he wasn't covering his mouth to talk to somebody. So where's the red card? Yeah, it looked bad, right? And the guy was clearly not faking his ankle injury, although he didn't come out of the game. He finished the game. I just think that's particularly harsh. And by the way, if we hadn't have pulled this out, if the game had gone horribly wrong after that, that would have been the end of Balogun's World Cup. And the only way this is not the end of his World Cup is if we make the quarterfinals. He can't come back before the quarterfinals. So it is time to see what this team can do in the face of adversity. Balogun's our leading scorer and clearly our best striker. We're going to have to play Belgium without him. Somebody's got to step up. Pepe's probably going to start in that position. Is he going to be the man that delivers the heroics against Belgium? Is it going to be someone else, or is our tournament going to end in the round of 16 at the feet of Belgium? Let's see. I was interested that the commentators thought that if it's not obvious on the field, it shouldn't be a red card. I agree. I agree. I don't know what else to say. I just think that was – I don't think VAR can be used to issue yellow cards. So it's like once it went to VAR – it was a binary choice. It's either going to be a red card or it wasn't going to be anything. And it was too harsh, I think, for them to just let it go. So they were already having problems with the Bosnia coach, who got so mad he picked up the ball and wouldn't let us play. I don't know if I've ever quite seen it like that before. And correct me if I'm wrong, but early in the second half, did we not see the ball switch on the field during play? Somebody else, did y'all see that? There was two balls on the field, and then the player playing with one ball got rid of that one and picked up the other one, the second one, and played forward with that one, and the ref just let it go. I'm going to have to take a look at that. Let's see. Freeze needs recognition for that early save on the corner kick. The ball was cut. Yeah, that was about to be scored directly from the corner kick. And I've criticized Freeze for not coming off his line enough. and he was off his line, and it almost killed us. So he had to come back. That ball was about to drop in the net. You're 100% correct about that. I told my wife that they didn't call the red card until he was on the sidelines. It was good show business. Let me see. Other than keeping the other team scoreless the whole game, Tillman's goal was incredible in so many ways. Tillman has been fantastic in this tournament, and he was somebody that I had not given enough thought to in the games and the months leading up to the into this tournament. The team has to suffer. Chuckled at the messianic overtones. I did see the ball switch. Thank you. I was like, did that just happen? It's like 3-card Monty out there on the field. I don't know if I'm quite sure that I've never seen that before. For a team that recognizes that its strength is in the attack and wants to have the ball and wants to be in possession, recognizes that our liability is our defense, to have to play a man down for 35 minutes and to immediately, we didn't make subs that were coming in with new instructions from the sidelines. Our players out there on the field had to know what to do and make that adjustment, switch to a 4-4-1 and knew how to play in that situation. Very, very impressive. A very impressive adjustment on the fly, and that's one of the things I love about this game. It's why to not have interruptions, not have stoppages, not have timeouts, not have commercial breaks for hydration, is because you want to see the ball always in motion, and you want to see these players figuring it out for themselves on the field at game speed. It's one of the things that frustrates me the most about basketball. I don't mean to throw any shade on basketball, but all those timeouts that you get at the end of periods in basketball, it drives me nuts. I want to see the players figure it out, and the players figure it out. The Bosnian coach just managed to take more time off the clock when we needed it. That's a good point. All right, so what a day of soccer. Tell me y'all watched those games. Started with England versus DR Congo. Are you kidding me? I thought we were going to see like this. I thought Paraguay eliminating Germany was bad. If Congo had eliminated England, can you imagine? But what a day for Harry Kane. Then we get Belgium and Senegal. Which game was better between those? I don't know. Somebody talk to me. We beat Senegal just before the tournament in one of our friendlies. I feel good about playing them. Belgium is interesting, though. Belgium comes away with the win, dramatic circumstances. We can dig into it if you want to. We played Belgium in 2014 in the 2014 World Cup, where our goalkeeper set the World Cup record for saves, 16 saves in that game. Tim Howard with an unbelievable out-of-body game that day. I believe, if I'm right, somebody correct me, won the man of the match MVP honors in a losing effort. He was so impressive that even though the U.S. lost that game, he still got the MVP because of his effort at goal. That's Belgium. Not only that, we lost to Belgium in March in a friendly. That was the game I think we were experimenting wildly, like with Pulisic playing a false 9 position, and they beat us really bad and embarrassed us. We're going to get Belgium again. The Belgium is our round of 16 opponent. We're playing them on Monday. Bring it. What? Unfortunately, we're going to have to do it without Balogun, but you're going to tell me that this team excuse me. You're going to tell me this team is going to worry about that? They're going to get all scared and nervous and not play their game? You can forget it. They're going to come out strong and on fire. I would rather play Belgium than Senegal, I think. Well, in my mind, Senegal would be a little bit easier opponent. They've obviously are having a great tournament. We also beat them recently, I believe, in the June friendly, right? But even though let's just say I'm right. Okay, let's give me that for a second. Let's say Senegal's the easier opponent. Somebody asked me today, which one would I rather play? I said Belgium. I said Senegal might be the easier opponent, theoretically, but I want all the smoke. Bring Belgium. Let's do it. I am ready for this team to make a deep run, and I believe in them. Do you believe in them? Let's see. Senegal let go mentally and then got a bad call in the box. I felt bad for them. I was distracted around all the time there at the end of that 120-minute mark where they were doing that VAR check for the penalty kick. From what I saw, it looked like a good call, but I need to take a closer look at that. I didn't get a good look. But to be up 2-0 in the 85th minute, that made me nervous the whole game tonight for the U.S. I'm looking at 88 minutes on the clock, and I am not relaxed because of what Senegal and Belgium did earlier today. All three of these matches. Now, for neutrals, our match might have been the least exciting of the three, but are you kidding me? I was living and dying on every single touch. Don't remember the 2014 match. Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, the Vuvuzelas, whatever. Yeah, they that was those drive me nuts. They drive me nuts. Those are the Brazilian horns or whatever. They need to outlaw those as far as I'm concerned. Belgium and Seattle, that place is a madhouse. Seattle gave us the greatest environment for a U.S. match that I've ever seen earlier in this tournament. And so we're going back there, and we know the crowd is going to be there for us. What an enormous advantage it is to be able to play in front of that crowd in this tournament. And can I get some love for SoFi Stadium? Have y'all seen just the scenes with that stadium packed out, especially for our games, and red, white, and blue everywhere, the ocean of fans? I am having the time of my life. Folks, was the red card justified or not? I don't think so. And that was really scary. But we did not capitulate, and in fact scored a shorthanded goal, and I could not be more proud. And I'm just excited to see us play with confidence. And for so many World Cups, we were always the underdog in every single match, and we were always just playing to survive and just like lucky to be there and playing nervous and hoping we can get one more. And I don't see that type of approach at all. As a matter of fact, I think they said this at the beginning of the game. This is probably, it has to be, right, the first elimination match we've ever played where we were actually the favorites, where we were the ones expected to win. We have never been in that position before. Now, it's going to be a different story probably on Sunday against Belgium, but we got a couple of things going for us. Our form, right, just how we're doing right now, the way we're playing, but also that crowd in Seattle. So I'm feeling really good. Now, what's going to happen after that? Who are we going to get in the quarterfinals if we could get past Belgium? And by the way, do you know how many times we've gotten out of the round of 16 in our modern history? Only once. It's not going to be easy. Now that we're in the round of 16, we're finding the quality of opponents are going to be a lot higher. Round of 16 is where we bowed out in 2022. We faced the Netherlands. Making it to the round of 16 is a great achievement and has always been something to come away with proud of, saying we've had a great tournament. This time, I don't think it's enough. I've been saying it for years. I feel it now more than ever. We have to raise that bar. I think bowing out at the round of 16 this time around is going to be a disappointment. I don't think it was a disappointment in 2020. That's about what I expected. But the competition's tough. We could lay an egg, or we could just get beat. We could play hard and play well and just get beat by a better team. Could totally happen. But I feel good about it, and we're going to compete. And you have to play somebody. You can't dodge everybody in the World Cup. Every game's going to be tough. So I'm ready for it. Yeah, the quality of opponents now getting serious. But are we ready, or are we ready? Now, by the time you get to the quarterfinals, you're talking about contenders. I would say everybody in the quarterfinals is going to be a contender. And so if we could get past Belgium, seismic. It's seismic. It's going to be huge. It's going to be, people are going to take notice around the world. So we absolutely cannot look past every bit of our focus needs to be on Belgium. But folks, I've been saying it for years. Quarterfinals are bust, and I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it. I'm starting to really, really believe. It's one thing to say that's what I want us to do, and the whole time these last couple of years under Pochettino, every window goes by, and I'm like, what are we doing? Why are we calling in these players? Why are we playing in this shape? What's he thinking? And like nothing looks good, and we're dropping matches. And I'm still like, all right, well, it's still got to be quarterfinals. Look at our players. I mean, but now I'm feeling it. Let's see. I agree. It would be disappointing at home. I'm just glad we got in because Canada and Mexico got in too. Folks, John, thank you for mentioning Mexico. I want to say this right now. I made a prediction before this World Cup started that we would win 2 group stage matches, which was kind of bold considering we'd never done it before. I got that one right. I'm making a prediction right now. Some of you have already heard me say this earlier today. On Sunday, England has to go into the Azteca, the biggest impenetrable football fortress in the entire hemisphere on our side of the ocean. And they have to play Mexico in the Azteca, where they basically never lose. England is used to maybe European temperatures. They're coming into the Central American summer, having to play at altitude in front of the Mexican crowd at the Azteca, with the pressure that comes with being the English football team, who are expected by their public to win every World Cup, and they've only won one, and it was 60 years ago. So there's always a lot of pressure for that team, and they're going into that environment, which could not be more hostile. Here's my prediction. Mexico beats England. Write it down. Put it right here. Mexico will upset England on Sunday. I am looking forward to that, and I will be going for Mexico because I want to see it happen. Go Belgium to the win. All right, now, whoa, I don't know who you are, dude, but this is the American Soccer Quick Kicks channel. But thanks for joining in. Let's see. Speaking of the Mexico situation, what do you think of in the World Cup, how Mexico being allowed home advantage over and over again? No one gets that. What do you mean? You mean playing in Mexico? I'm not sure what you mean by that. I mean, they are a host country. They won their group. See, Canada would still be playing in Canada if they had won their group. But they had to map out kind of where teams would play. You know, they had to do it based on where people finish in the group. They had to go ahead and kind of map all that out. And if Canada had won their group, they'd still be in Canada. Mexico won theirs. They're in Mexico. And, of course, we're playing all of ours at home. So let's see. No doubt Mexico will beat England. I'm looking forward to that. Folks, are you not entertained? Enjoy this. It rarely, I don't know, it doesn't get better than this, okay? It doesn't get better. We might not make a deep run. It might not last much longer, but we are on top of the world right now. It feels great. Just own it. That Paraguay team that we destroyed 4-1, they took out Germany, which is always considered a contender. Paraguay took out Germany a couple of days ago. Why not us? We can beat anybody. It can happen. Will it? I don't know, but believe. Enjoy the belief. Enjoy this ride. It's been awesome. I am having, there's nothing better. There's nothing better than the World Cup. All right. Mexico and England on Sunday, United States and Belgium on Monday. Keep watching some soccer with me, and I will talk to you next time